So I'm just gonna talk over this one instead of having music. About almost a year ago, back in January, I notified Cryptic of this issue in the game that allowed players to cheat, and I also told him of a very robust way of fixing it. It wasn't until August of 2015 when I notified Brian of the issue that it was taken seriously. And he seemed very helpful in trying to resolve the issue, but I told him that if you just take the shader code and embed it in the binary, that will not fix it. It'll make it only slightly harder for you to do this. And anyone with a hex editor and limited knowledge of strings and shaders can do it. The real way to fix this is to do server-side raycasts to all of the entities that the player might see. And do them randomly to the bounding boxes. If the raycasts fail, then don't send any information about that entity. The client will not try to render it, and not only will you save on netcode of not sending hundreds of entities to the client every tick, but you also save on client rendering performance. And it will also completely remove any sort of client-side wall hacks as well. Even modifying the assembly to draw things, or, in this case, a very simple shader update. Instead, in the 0.25 update, they moved the shaders into the executable, into the binary, which I said would not fix it. Now, it only took me 30 minutes to figure out how to do this, and I assume other people will also not take very long to figure out how to do this. This is not the proper way to fix it, and it's kind of annoying that they tried to fix it this way. So that just kind of seems really, really bad. Hopefully, after this video comes out, they will fix it for real using the method I described, which is used in many game engines, including Dark Places, which is the one I learned it from. One thing that the embedding the shader into the binary does do is it makes it a lot harder for modders to use them. I know back in 0.24 and earlier, there were people trying to edit the atmospheric scattering in the sky and make it look different, or make the light specular highlights on the cars shinier, so they looked more like actual cars, not some dull thing. And, this just makes it harder for them, but doesn't fix the problem at all.